What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Teed Up. I'm your host, Pierre, PB the Plug, Andreessen. Today, we have another special episode. We've been on a roll. That's where I'm going to start. I want to thank y'all first and foremost. Y'all been showing a lot of love. We had Derek, Mike, and y'all know I'm a man of the people. So in this episode, we brought Pops back, and we also brought an addition. You going to leave me hanging?
Nah, I got you.
Baby bro, EJ in the building.
Rambo.
His podcast debut. You say what?
Rambo, you know.
Oh, that's your nickname?
Yeah,
Rambo.
Yeah, that's how you.
Mr. Too Cool for School. Yeah, we got another episode next week that's going to have a special guest. So we have a month stretch of just jam-packed episodes. And again, I appreciate all of the love and the feedback y'all been giving us. Had to make this one happen. This is actually the time EJ about to leave. So when this come out, EJ will probably be on a plane headed to college officially because this will come out tomorrow, Thursday. When your flight?
Tomorrow at 9.
9 a.m.?
Yeah, tomorrow night. Yeah. No, p.m.
Oh, p.m.
Yeah.
Okay, so this you'll still be at the crib. But welcome to the show, man. How you feeling?
I'm excited, man.
This is your first official podcast, right?
Yes.
You watched me and Pops?
I did. I watched it. Yeah, it was cool. Actually, when it first came out, he started posting those clips on Instagram.
Yeah.
Everybody was sending it to me like, oh, how he get on this, how he get on that. And they would just laugh. Some clip, one he was talking about how little kids, somebody put like a clip of him, a little kid dancing on the court.
Uh-huh.
That was, everybody liked that one the most. In the Father's Day one.
How you what's your expectation for EJ on the big boy stage now?
Oh man, same as always.
I'm talking about on the podcast, speaking and talking. You think he gonna be on? It's too cool?
Nah, cause he can't be too cool next to me and you. But,
okay.
But I think he's gonna be all right, man. He's gonna be okay.
Which was
I'm just about to say I'm excited. I'm taking.
I know,
notes.
because Pop's been asking me about this for years. Before I even had this, he used to be like, man, when you and Combo go on Instagram Live, man, I'm going to have EJ get on there, let him get a little bit more comfortable,
Yep.
be a little shy.
I don't know if you remember, it was like when I was a shorty, I was on live.
And I brought you on?
Yeah, I think so. And he was behind. I had the phone, but he was telling me what to say because I wasn't talking much. He'll ask me a question. I was like, good. I'll be real bland. So he had told me to say something real, not like at that age I shouldn't be saying. He was like, you gonna run? You going to treadmill? I was like, nah, I don't want a treadmill. I want it from the dirt. I want to run outside.
He had you say that?
Yes, I remember. He whispered. I remember.
Yeah, that's Pops. The introduction I'm gonna give to you though is it's not an interview. I tell every guest, whether it's you, Pops, NBA All-Stars, something. My main thing is to have a conversation. So at any point in the conversation, something pop in your mind or get on your heart, just throw it out there, even if it ain't basketball related, and we chop it up. That's how me and Pop's best conversations be.
Yep.
He'll call me or I'll call him about something we seen in a rumor mill, especially about the Warriors since that's his team, and I'll be like, nah, Pops, the Warriors not about to get KD. And then that'll be the first 10 minutes, and then the next hour will be about Ryan Harrow, Salim Stoudemire, somebody that ain't been on nobody's mind in a bit. So keep that in mind. The first thing I want you to do, though, is introduce yourself to the platform and the viewers that are going to be watching. This could potentially be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 people who only know you as Pierre's little brother in our community, or King of the Fourth Quarter's little cousin, but obviously you much more than that. So allow those people to understand who you are, what you about, and what path you on right now.
So my name is EJ Breeland. That's my dad. That's big bro. I hoop, like I play basketball. That's pretty much all I do. Hang with family and friends, but my passion basketball. So most of my time goes to that. And if I'm not in the gym working on it, I'm watching it, talking with Pops about it, talking to Pierre about it. Just always something dealing with basketball. So really, that is me, basketball. That's all I do. And
tomorrow, when you're on the plane, where you gonna be headed to enroll and take your career to the next step?
Pittsburgh State, go Gorillas.
How is the journey getting to Pitt State? And Pop, this is why I want you to start getting into the conversation, because I want to take it to level 0, where the first memories and introduction of basketball to get you all the way up to this point. What's your earliest memory of basketball?
Watching him play at the Y. That's really how it's like. Watching him and all the old heads playing open runs. Like, they would just be playing in
the Saturday morning, Sunday morning?
Yeah. And they'd just always, it looked so fun. They'd be talking smack. It just looked like it was just a lot of energy. So I was like, dang, I want to play it. But I remember when I played, it wasn't the same because I'm a little kid, so I was like, man, it's not as fun when I watch them play. Watching them play, it made me like, I can't wait till I get to the basketball. Like it get to that point where everybody talking smack, and everybody develop. Because every morning I go and watch them, and just the energy, all them old men playing, talking. That's how it really started for me, for real.
When you was a kid, you saw Pops hooping. What was your impression of Pops? Because I remember when we was young and I used to see him hoop. At first, it wasn't nothing because that's Pops. So I'm like, but then we would go. He used to go all around to gyms a lot more before you was born, obviously.
Yeah.
And then that's when I was like, I was damn near like, wait, like, I probably thought my Pops was in the NBA for us. I'll never forget one time. Obviously, I would go to Pops' crib on a weekend in the summer or the spring break. And I lived with my mama. But I remember one time I was a little shorty. We still lived in the hood. And the school I went to, man, I forget the school name. They told me he was playing it like my mama we all went over there and it was a big crowd of people. Lathrop.
Yep.
And it was like a big crowd. And that's when I was like damn, like my Pops hooping right here?
And
I'm trying to figure out if you had the same thing going on. It's like you go somewhere, y'all might have been to North Riverside or something.
No, I was just about to say that's when he always talked about he was nice about
right.
But the first time I actually started thinking he was actually nice, because everywhere we go, if it's a lot of people, he gets stopped at least 3 times. Like we go to the mall right now, it's gonna be 3 people that stop him. So when I was younger, I'm like, is he really cold? Like I thought he was like famous or something. Yeah. I just only time I got to see him play was like open round. I wasn't old enough. I don't think I was born yet when he was playing for real.
Right.
So, but yeah,
Of course you wasn't born yet.
yeah, but that's when it really kicked. I thought he was somebody for real.
What's the earliest memory, or as a dad, that stood out to you when EJ was a little kid? Because I mean, obviously, it's a million people around the world that's having kids every day, and they get a son or a daughter, a little football, basketball,
right.
baseball. But it's always something that make a parent overly invest into what they see their kid have as a gift. And you even like Venus and Serena did. I guess there was something that the girls had to do that made him say, "Oh yeah, I'm putting my life behind them playing tennis." So,
well, it really started when he came home. Like as soon as Kim put him in the crib, I put a little basketball there. So before he opened his eyes, he had a ball in his hand. We would watch Come Fly With Me videos, Michael Jordan videos.
Mm-hmm.
Eyes weren't even focused yet. I'll just put it on, he'll listen to it. So I kind of like did a little cheat code. But when I really knew that he could play, we went outside, and you know how you'll see a father teaching their son how to dribble or their daughter how to dribble, and they smack at the ball.
Yeah.
When I saw that he wasn't smacking at the ball, he knew how to place the basketball, like really dribble with his fingertips. Like, man, I never showed him how to do that.
Yeah.
So from that point on, and then, I would bring him to the gym, never forced him, right? Like making him, I should say. But he had to go with me, and I was still playing at the time. So what really made me stop doing what I was doing and pour all I can into him, no matter what he chose to do, if I didn't know, I was gonna find somebody to show me what I need to know to pour into him. I was just thankful and blessed that he fell in love with basketball. That's something I knew about. I had him write a contract. It's like 2nd grade.
I remember this.
And I told him, like, hey man, how good you want to be? He said, I want to be like you. And I stopped and like, nah, I want you to be better than me. I said, well, I want to play in college. I said, well, it starts today, right? He said, what do you mean? I said, are you willing to do everything I ask you to do? He said, sure. I said, you're not gonna be a normal kid. He said, what do you mean? You won't be going to get ice cream a lot. You're not gonna be able to go to the mall as you get older. We're gonna be in the gym. But when it's no longer fun, we'll stop. And every time each day he started waking me up, and we'll go. And one particular moment, he said, Dad, I don't want to go. I think he was like 6th grade. So what do you want to do? I want to go over to Braden house. A good friend of his, Braden, and they live further down on Oak Park. I said, all right, man. Before he left out the house, I brought that contract. I said, look, this is what you said you wanted to do.
You remember this?
Yeah.
Called Braden and Mama and told him I wasn't coming. I'm not coming. Thank you, but I won't be able to make it. And we've been there ever since.
When you think about that, so you remember signing the contract, or you just remember the Brady part?
I remember all of it. Yeah, it was actually it was one moment. Shortly after, he was like, "Do you want to be good? Or you want to be great?" And he was telling me the difference. Like good, you just going through doing the minimum average. He's like, you want to be great, you gotta do exactly the contract. You gotta do what we was talking about. So that's how I know I remember for real that moment.
What was the point for you as a kid that made you fall in love with basketball and go beyond signing a contract, but living up to the expectation of not being able to go to a Braden's house on a weekend because it's Saturday? That's what everybody finna do anyway. And I know, and we gonna get to the other part because I know it was 1,000 times and steps where you wanted to probably go to Braden house a little bit more, especially the older you got.
Absolutely.
But to start, what made you fall in love to be able to, as a second grader, commit to that contract? And I know at the time you probably didn't understand how serious the contract was, but there was still some type of passion and love. Because in second grade, there's so many different things.
Right.
You could have got into football, baseball, action figures, cartoons. But what was it about basketball for you other than Pops doing it? We would come over on the weekend, be playing 2K.
I would say I was around it so much. Like I was just pretty much all I knew at such a young age. So it was kind of easy for me to fall in love with it. Then once I started playing, like I said earlier, watching him play, and the energy, it just looked so much fun. And then when I really started like loving it for real, when I started playing, and I was like, I like scoring, and that's feel good. Like playing, having a good performance.
Yeah.
So that's that feeling, like scoring, playing defense, talking, making nice passes, like playing a good game. That made me love it even more because it's like it was like a sugar rush to me. So once I had like that feeling, it just every time I just started falling more in love with it.
That video at the Y when he explaining the shoes, the bronze, they got the grip.
Yeah.
That was at Amundsen.
That was Amundsen.
Oh, that was at
Yeah,
Amundsen. Is that before or after the contract? How old did you?
That was after the contract.
After the contract. Because I remember not necessarily that day at Amundsen, but I remember you in that time frame. That was one of the first times I seen you play organized basketball, and that's when I saw some separation. Because at that age. And I remember at first I didn't even want to go to those games
because it'd be weak.
Because I knew how it was gonna go.
Yeah.
But I remember I always seeing the clips, and then when I would come over there, you always had a basketball. I remember when you was super younger with the braids on the Fisher Price in the living room in front of LaShawn room, and we would go to those games. I remember the first one I went to, it was at the Y. I can't remember the team name you was on. You might have been wearing like purple or something. And everybody was shooting the ball. It was going all over the place, wasn't hitting the rim. And then I remember you would get it, go down there on a fast break, and then score. And I'm like, dang, okay. Talk about the work and the sacrifice, even at that young age, because a lot of people think, and I want to say this part of the conversation, but a lot of people think that when you're in a position like that you're lucky.
Right.
And they don't see the separate part of it. Even like, because what I'm getting at is, this is second grade, he said you signed this. So we now looking at people now at 18, the 18-year-old version of you, and they see the Pitt State, they see your Instagram, they see the things that come with being committed or being good at your craft. And so there's somebody who don't know you up close, and they looking from afar, and they're like, man, that kid lucky. But I want you to really break down the sacrifices, the focus that it takes to commit yourself and to not be able to go hang out with Braden and play Madden at the age of 8.
Well, like it wasn't nothing new. I've been doing it for so long. So like I just like I said earlier, I just been like all I've been around. He played, everybody, it's in the family. So that feeling like what you saying, if somebody else was seeing it, they say, well, I'll be lucky.
Yeah. Because you're aware that I'm sure that's how people think.
Some people be like, they don't see everything, the work.
Yeah.
So, but it's been a couple of times, like not a lot more than a couple of times, working out with my dad that we'll clash heads. But knowing like just the consistency of doing it every day, the same routine, all that. It's been some times like for example, the Braden moment when I missed. that weekend, and then that week,
You
the
went
next
to
week,
school.
yeah, and they were talking about all the stuff that happened that on the weekend. I was like,
Yeah, FOMO.
yeah, I was like, man, they were talking about all this, all that. They had some peace. So I'm like, damn, I wanted to go, but it didn't really, it didn't even really like. Once after that, after all the damn, I wish I was there. I wish I was there. I realized I wasn't missing out on nothing because they hanging out. I'm in the gym.
How long did that take you? What did you need to see? Was it missing it, or was it seeing the progression of your skills? Was it a combination? Because at first it's hard to trust that. Even as an adult, when you sign a contract, it's hard to trust something that you can't visually see or touch that ain't like tangible. Now, if somebody put $1 million right here and say this is the contract, it's easy to just go with it. But we're not talking about a financial or a tangible contract, and we're talking about somebody who is a young kid. So I really want to know, at what point did you break through and fully trust the process? Because at the Braden part, there's the commitment, but there's still something to like, damn, I wish I went. And then even Pop said there was a couple of times, where I'm sure you got up and didn't want to do it, but that's something clicked for you to say, no, I got to keep this shit going.
That's when I seen the most progression in my game. It was when I didn't want to, or something going on, and I like the first time I was about to break the contract, he was like, nah, you should put it out. I felt like then once I'm in the game now, the other kids and players that was going out, like it was that's why at that age it was like I was ahead. Like they were going out, going to arcades with their friends, and I'm just but that's what really made. That's when I saw it, the progression.
What type of ringtone is that too?
That's Ron too.
But yeah, it was once I was missing out, and not even missing out. I found out I really wasn't missing out. Now they were just going out having the same stuff we were doing in school. They were just doing the weekend. So I'll just catch up about it. But
I want to switch to you, Pops. How hard is it as a parent to keep your kid committed to the contract? Because you know the importance of it, but then after a while, you have your kid who looking at you. They got the puppy dog eyes. He in a 2-parent household, so he has a mother. We know mom sometimes can play the good cop. You got other parents, or how hard is it to? Because I know there was sometimes where you probably was like, man, I should just let him go. But then there's something that you have to also abide by the contract as well. Or there was probably days where shit, you was tired as well, because we know that working for the Oak Park, you got the schedule, especially in the winter, where it can get unpredictable. No. And I'm sure you had a bunch of mornings where you woke up, or he came in there and woke you up, like you said, and you like, damn, it's 7?
No. I never felt that way. The reason why, because I wanted to see if he broke. I wanted to see how bad did he want it, how bad. Because again, it wasn't nothing that I'm trying to make him this superstar basketball player. It was way deeper than that. I wanted to show him the commitment, the dedication that whatever you was going to do, you had to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't fortunate enough to have my biological dad with me. And all I wanted to do was make sure I got all and there's no written book of how to be a great dad, but I wanted to use basketball that I knew to bring in other things, or dedication, be disciplined, all that stuff. So for me, I was trying to break him. And there was times that I would tell him, this is what really, and then also, I'm sorry, I use you guys a lot. And he know I'm not lying. I would use KB and I would use you because you guys wasn't as visible. You wasn't around on an everyday basis. You guys moved. So I was like, man, boy, I would make up stuff. Like, boy, KB was making, and KB might think I'm bullcrapping, but I'm not. He'll tell you, man, KB would make that, man, when he was your age. Pierre was dunking at your age, and he couldn't see it. And at the time, I don't really lie to him. Only time I lie if he said, Dad, I need some money, and I tell him I didn't. But everything else is true. But those things I would like fabricate. So stuff like that, he thought that was real. So that made him go even harder. So, but for me, nah, man. I knew this is what he wanted to do when he kept telling me he wanted to do it every single day. When I told him, man, we got to do it again. Like, he'll make a shot, and he'll run down like when we're working out. So now we got to do it again. He said, why? He went in. You didn't do it crisp enough. The ball handling it was too wide, anything. It hit the rim. He would have to make shots that go all net. He would get frustrated. But then he'll learn like, nope. So what I was doing was trying to make him focus a little bit more. He didn't understand at the time. It went in, Dad. No, it didn't go in on that. Or it hit the rim, or he missed the dribble. So those are things I did to try to break him, but also build to kind of challenge him, because he wasn't like, he lived in Oak Park, so he didn't have a lot of challenges. So I had to make it difficult for him. And that's what I did to make it difficult. And every time he kept showing up.
Well, going back to when he was like using, like kind of stretching the truth, what you that worked because nobody want to be the weakest. I don't want to be the weakest link in the bloodline with with basketball. So he'll be like, yeah, Pierre be doing this. And I think I came on like 2 of your games, but one game you wasn't even on nothing. I ain't gonna lie, you wasn't on nothing. You wasn't on nothing. But we were talking on the car. I was like, I remember I was like, Dad, I thought you said P be doing this. He's like, yeah, man. Sometimes you just have it. It was one of those games, but that used to. That's why I used to remember that.
What about KB? When I said KB, well, why KB? Oh man, he hurt. Like, what, KB always hurt. I just said, why KB ain't playing? Oh, he hurt.
Yeah, that definitely did. That definitely did something. Yeah. Saying how like they were stretching and saying how good y'all were, but I didn't get to see it. Nobody wanted to be the weakest link, so I was like, man. So he said they was doing this. All right. I'm not gonna not do what they didn't do, because I'm not who want to be the weakest.
I remember what game you came to too. Can you remember?
I don't remember. It was nothing. You didn't give me much to remember.
No, I'm just saying, like, what you remember where you was at?
Yeah, it was at Joe School. It was a home game.
I'm thinking of you also came to a Proviso East game.
I don't remember
at Proviso East.
I remember for sure remember the one.
I knew. I think like Boo Man or Kenji might have been, or Sipu was there too. And I remember you came to that game, and yeah, we got our ass bust. They used to press us, and yeah, I definitely know that game. Ain't nobody do shit.
I don't know if you remember. After the game, we had wait till you came out, of course, and your picture was on, like your picture was hanging. I was like, why you look like? He was like, I was tired.
I had just woke up. Yeah. KB can attest to that. The team picture and everything be at 6 o'clock in the morning. It's earlier than school on a Saturday. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, so you came, right. Yeah. You came to, right. At that time, I was coming off of my injury as well.
Yep.
Yeah. Now that you say that, because, that's when I wore number 10. That was my last year. I want you to talk about the head clashing and the frustrations with the workouts, because you had mentioned that. How did you get through those and fight through those?
Well, before he started.
Okay.
So I'm going to get it real true. We didn't clash when he was young.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, from 2nd grade to 7th grade. Everything, if I told him the sky was green, he would have believed, right?
Yeah.
The clashing came when he got a little bit older. And as far as clashing, period. So I had to separate. I was like, you know what? We can't clash on everything. School, dishes, picking up stuff. So basketball gonna have to, and we clash with basketball because I'm a perfectionist. Even though I know we'll never be perfect, but I wanted him to believe that, not to the point that he, have headaches. Like, damn, I missed the shot. Not like that, but I wanted him to be everything crisp. So I knew that it was time for me to like find somebody else that can take over, to believe the same thing I believed in and did the same thing so I can just be dad. And that's where Ron came in. Ron Thomas came in and took that from me. But we started clashing is when I really made it really, really difficult. Remember I said he had to make an all-net shot? Mm-hmm. Then as he got older, he had to make 5 in a row all-net.
Yeah. We had clash because once I got older, started realizing, I'm like, I would get mad. He would be like, I can't move on until I make 5 all net in a row. I'm like, it's going in. If I make a shot in the game, they don't count as all net. So once I said it to him, like, why? Like, it's going in. I'm making more than 5 in a row. I'm making like 15, but they not all net, so they not counted. Right. I'm like, bro, like why? And so he'll instead of him explaining, he'll just tweak back.
Right.
So I'm like,
why me?
Yeah, that's why. So instead of telling me, I'll be like, why? He'll just keep tweaking. I'm like, it don't make sense. If it go in like this in the game, that's the point.
Yep.
And I just didn't, at the time, I didn't understand what you were trying to do. You trying to make it like perfect, like right in it, fit, no rim, straight on net. But yeah, that's one of the clash moments right there.
me and you had a conversation a couple months ago. We was on FaceTime, and they wasn't even. I don't even think we was on the phone for this, but you snuck this in there. You said, "Man, I had a good workout today. I just be in the gym sometimes. This how you be sounding, just to let you know. I be in the gym sometimes, and I be like, man, I can't ever believe I used to really look at some of these guys." And like, man, like they was the truth. And now I be looking like, man, I'm so much better than them. What it wasn't you being arrogant or cocky. It was you coming to a realization of it seemed like how good you actually were.
Right.
So I want to ask Pops, when did you realize how good EJ was? Because I remember me and you would have conversations where other people would say it. And you'd be like, man, I just got off the phone with yada, yada, yada. And they talking about, they think EJ can be this, that, and the third. And you like, man, slow down. I'm just trying to. We just trying to prepare for varsity freshman year, and take it 1 year at a time. They talking way further than I'm even thinking. But when was it where you could see what they were saying? Because I know, as family, we just want to get you to where you want to get to. It ain't like people be asking me that like I've been streaming the past week. Like, man, somebody said, what team would you want EJ to get drafted to? I'm like, man, I don't have one. That's my baby brother. So it ain't like, it ain't NBA. I just want him to get to Pitt State and have a good freshman year. That's what my mind at more so than that, But yeah, when did some of those things other people were saying, you was like, that's why they saying that? Well, I know, but in a sense of obviously you know how good he is.
Right. To be honest with you, son, I knew because I did everything kind of the right way. I didn't let EJ shoot outside the paint. He wanted to shoot threes. I didn't no, stay here. So when I knew he was pretty good, when he started making those 5 in a row and those spots all net. So then I had to make a different challenge because he would go through them like pop, 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 pop. But to be honest with you, son, I never told him how good he was. And not because I didn't love him. As a father, I knew I was going to be his first hero because I the one brought the game to him. He followed me everywhere he go. So when you tell a kid how good they are at a young age from a superhero point of view, I thought he wouldn't work as hard.
Yeah, he would get comfortable.
Yeah, he'd be comfortable. So I never told him. He would ask me too, well, Dad, why you? Because I would talk about all the other little kids. Like, man, that was a good game, great game, man. You really good. So he'll come home and say, Dad, why you never told me you good? I mean, I'm good. And I would have to look at it and I'm saying, well, because you ain't good yet. And then I walk away. And I knew that crushed him, right? But then I go in like, damn, I should have said something differently. So the older he got, he would still ask those questions to the, you know what I'm saying? And I would tell him, you ain't there yet, baby, but boom. So what really summed it up, this summer was the first time I said something to that capacity. He was playing with Team Rose on the Adidas circuit.
Mm-hmm.
These are the top players in the nation of Adidas. We never went to those stages. He was asked since the 6th grade, but I was more about development, right? And I was also loyal to the guy, Ron Thomas. He had his own little summer league team, AAU team. So he called home and said, Dad, these guys ain't really like that. I said, what you mean? Man, I'm guarding such and such, such and such, such and such. I said, really? He said, Dad, you think you held me back too long from this stage? Because they said this guy's a 4-star. So I paused because I was like, ooh, shit. And what made me tell him is like, baby, you really, really good, man. And you don't need nobody to put no star on your name. What did I say after that?
He was like, to me, you a 10-star to me. That's what he said.
And that's what I said. I said, you a 10-star to me.
Disney movie is.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, but I had to come up, but it was true. So that moment, he got real silent for about 5 seconds. And I knew I had him then. Like, I had to tell him, baby, you really, really good, man. You my star. So.
Cause that used to piss me off.
Of course.
Because like I said earlier, him being the only person I watched, he's like my first superstar. So like, everybody that's like saying, that's like I like Kevin Durant. If Kevin Durant come to me like, hey, little bro, you nice. I'm like, oh yeah, like Kevin Durant said I'm nice. So all I wanted was him to say, my superstar, yeah, so you got it. So every time he be like, no man, you ain't, no man, you ain't got it yet. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God.
I already know that. That's Pops to a T.
Yeah.
Just hearing everything is so funny because that's him. When I when I was younger, before even when you was born, and I'm still in that hooping phase of trying to work on my game and you know whatever. Bub was like, in my mind, I'm thinking Bub is Derrick Rose because every time I'm trying to do something, he like, man, we was at. KB used to have on Nana's back porch. You probably was. I don't even know if he was born yet. He used to have a rim, and we would hoop on his rim like it was a 10-foot rim. Like it would go down on his rim, and we big as hell. We shooting, playing 32 on his rim. LaShawn broke it. That ain't no surprise.
Right.
He's dunking on it and doing whatever. But I remember we went out there one time hooping on it, whatever, and I was doing my thing, whatever. He like, shit, Bub did a 360 on it. EJ, it's a Fisher-Price rim, bro. It's a Fisher-Price rim.
Right. So it's not. It's
Banana
like,
could do a 360.
Right.
But him saying it and how he said it, it made me so delusional that I'm picturing Bub in the United Center doing a 360.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, I gotta.
You gotta step it up. Yeah, that's how it was. He was using y'all like saying that was so nice, and I'm like, all right. I'm feeling like I'm the weakest link right now. Who want to be the weakest link? I need to step it up.
And then we would go to Longfellow hoop, and it's the same thing. He'd be like, yeah, oh man, good game, young fella, to somebody that's random. And it's like, I'm like, man, yesterday me and LaShawn came here by ourselves and we bust their ass.
I ain't said
Nah, he used to. Nah, that still kind of do get like, it'll be like some of my teammates, like they'll have like, if I had a game like they had, we on a car ride home, he gonna let me have it.
Yeah.
But as soon as they come out, man, you was this. So I'm behind. I'm like, bro, if I just play like that, you would just got on me. So how is it? But when I double his performance, doing everything.
Do you know why now?
Yeah, so I don't settle. He pushed me.
But it's also a different expectation.
That
we
too.
watched the Lakers and Dorian Finney-Smith, who don't play for them no more. No disrespect to Dorian Finney-Smith. I'm just keeping it a buck. Dorian Finney-Smith had 15, 5, and 3. That's a great-ass game for Dorian Finney-Smith. But if Luka had 15, 5, and 3, it's like, Luka, shit, man.
Right.
We gotta get it together.
Yeah.
So you go from the contract. We're going to skip a lot.
Right.
You do your thing in middle school. You had a really good run in middle school, right?
Yes.
Then, boom. It's high school time. The reason I'm skipping to high school is because high school is the point where people, like, we've been doing a podcast before you was in high school. Clips and everything, reposts. Nobody knew I had a little brother.
Right.
When you got to high school and I would do the same thing with the same clips, it was like, oh, shit, you got a little brother and boom, 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 boom. Because high school is just that level that it make people pay attention a lot more to. So you would graduate 8th grade and you go to St. Pat's. I'm going to give you and Pops both the floor together to really break down your career at St. Pat's. That I will say, that's the part that get me like emotional when I know you got to leave. Because it's like, what the hell we going to do in 4 months? I was walking Penny the other night, and I'm like, it was nighttime, and it got a little cold. I'm like, damn, the season about to change. And I'm like, it made me start thinking like all the kids about to go to school. I'm like, shit, what I'm gonna be doing? Because this around the time where it's like,
you'll be coming to the game.
Yeah, we gonna start getting ready for these games, and I might still slide to a game or two with Pops just to show love to the program. But I'm not about to like last year. I was driving an hour
in the snow.
You know what I mean? Yeah, in the snow and everything like that. Yeah, if it's raining, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm cool.
Right.
I'll probably go to 2 games at most. But we was at every home away. I went to games where Pops had to work, and I was the only one there. That was a big part of my life, and for 4 years, and it went by fast. But
real fast.
How do you look at your St. Pat's career in retrospect now that it's all over from your perspective? And I'll let Pops break it down from his perspective and everything. And I will set you up by saying initially it was St. Joe's or whatever.
Right.
And then obviously St. Joe's had closed down, and God led you to where you were supposed to be anyway, though, which is St. Pat's. So from freshman year to senior year, your perspective on how everything went and your career in a nutshell to you.
First, I'm gonna start off by saying saying as most humble as possible. My career is 1-on-1. That's what it was. Like, there's no one before me that had my type of career, but it started off with preparation, of course. I remember when I was in middle school, sometimes I used to go with him to go watch RB that had a live period. It had a live period during the summer.
Yeah.
I'm in middle school. The high school kids look so big, like that. They like, that's the league right now.
Mm-hmm.
So seeing that and knowing I was about to go into that as a freshman, my preparation going to that, my schedule was like, it was insane. I know, like, it was 6 a.m. It was some days like I'll leave the house 6 a.m. to go work out with Ron, and I'm not coming home until like 8:30 because like I'll work out 6:30 at JLM. After that, at 2 hours, we'll go to Quest. I get a little break.
Even in that little break, you around
I'm
the
around
work.
the pros too. Like I'm around real like hitters in the game. So if maybe maybe it's not my time to work out, but I'm making those passes to them. Like I'm still involved in their workout. So it's a skill set I'm working on. Pass, I gotta these pros. So if you're not passing on the seams on time, they gonna tell you, they gonna let you know, like, no, young blood, give it to me like this. I'm like, all right. So the preparation of that, it would be time, like I'll be in the gym all day, every day. That got me prepared. And my freshman year, that group of seniors and just my teammates, the intensity and how the leadership, Brandon Adorno, Tamaris Brown, Andrew Ianni, all the Serge, all those players, like I saw how real it was. They was serious. Like it was a bunch of seniors. Like the team was senior led. So
Brandon was a senior or was he a junior?
No, he was a senior. He was a senior.
Drew was a junior.
Yeah, Drew was a junior. But a team like that full of seniors, they last ride, you can imagine how much they wanted to win, how serious they was about it. So me starting off like that, and we went to the super sectional, 1 game away from downstate. We lost in overtime to St. Ignatius. And I had a role on that team. Not like I was just a freshman or varsity.
Absolutely.
I started probably half the season, averaged like 9 points a game. I had a role. First man off the bench, like that was me. But that first year, I feel like set me up for the rest of the remaining of 3 years. Seeing how I got to start off like that, how serious it was, how far we got. Now I was like, oh, okay, this is real. Like, and I just did my freshman. I can do this. Sophomore year coming around, I keep working. It got easier. Not like the game was easy, but it was each year it got easier because the work I'm putting in. Now I'm getting older and stronger, and I'm not 14 going against 18-year-olds. Mm-hmm. So now I'm going up. You know what I'm saying? So the preparation in the first year of my high school career set me up for the rest of the four. Coach Bailey, the intensity during practice.
Who is Coach Bailey?
My head coach.
What's his name though? Coach. His name is
Mike Bailey.
Mike Bailey.
Yeah. But yeah, that first year and the preparation of that before high school, I think that's what set it up.
I remember the preparation from afar, because Pops was recorded on that whatever he had at the time, and the quality used to be all crazy. But I remember that was like the first time I was seeing you do non-basketball stuff, and then you start having the knee pains because you was growing and everything. Yeah. And you used to go to, I forget the dude, but y'all would work out on like Explosion and all of that. Yeah.
DB.
And boy, you was grinding.
Yeah.
You was grinding. That was like that's I know what the young people call the trenches for different things. To me, that was the trenches because that's when the shit got real. Yeah. It's like, oh damn, okay. Yeah. I'm used to seeing you like, y'all be a lone fella early in the morning. You doing a floater with your left hand or something like that. But that's what everybody do. Everybody go and work on a jump shot or whatever. Right. But the separation is like
when that type of work came. Yeah. Because nobody else, if somebody else very few was doing that type of work, I had that. But they probably doing the same work, but I know no one had that type of schedule I had at that age. Nobody.
Yeah. That was intense.
And I did that again to see how bad he wanted. Mind you, when we first got to St. Pat's, I had a meeting with Coach Mike Bailey. And I love Coach Bailey. He set the tone. He told me that, man, we love to have EJ. He's very talented. But I think he's going to play the 6-quarter rule. 6-quarter means he's going to play mostly sophomores, but dress varsity. It's like, okay, Coach Bailey, you're the coach. EJ has to be here for 4 years. Got in the car, got home, told EJ to come here. Said, it's time to work. He said, what you mean? I said, we got to even work more. We got to work harder. Guess what we're going to do? I don't have to be at work at 7:30. we're going to be at that gym at 6 o'clock every morning. How we going to get in? You call the coach and let them know that we want to be in the gym at 6 o'clock. Get to the gym, 6:15, we start working. We're the only person in the gym, only 2 people, except for the coach that let us in. Coach Bailey will walk in, didn't say much. EJ shooting the ball from the volleyball line. All we doing is getting reps. Coach Bailey come in again. So by the time Coach Bailey now stops and start watching, now I know we had him. So like you said, the work helped him become who he was becoming. So like you said, his freshman year, before the season started, his upperclassmen, Tamaris and all those guys, even the juniors on the team, told him he wasn't going to score his first points his first varsity point until he became a junior in high school.
No, hold on. Not to cut you off, but
That's in the family, ain't it?
Cliff Farm, you know that. But no, I had asked, I think it was Tamaris and Bryant. They was we got a stage.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, man, you think we gonna get team shoes? And they had both look on some yeah, probably varsity. What? I'm like, all right. But they did that so they really think I'm not.
When did you ask them this? Is summer runs?
This is it was actually after school started, but we had open gym. But it wasn't season yet though. So we had open gym. We had just got done. And I'm like, yeah, y'all think we gonna get team shoes?
So what's happening in the open gym?
My freshman year?
Yeah, like
dragging them. I'm dragging them.
So why would they say that if you drag? They just think it's the tradition.
They seniors. And I'm a freshman. They probably what every senior would do to a freshman. But
no,
they
absolutely.
Be doing
but I'm just trying to think, if it's one thing when it first start, but if once we start having the runs.
Yeah.
And you able to keep up, it's probably gonna be like, oh damn, he is gonna play probably, right?
But that's probably nobody wanted to say that. Like they didn't want to swallow it. Like nobody wanted to say that out loud. But like he a freshman.
But I get that. I definitely get that.
And you know what they would say? They'd be like, oh, it's just open gym. I used to hate when they say that.
That makes sense. I used
to hate when they say that, oh, it's just open gym. Well, that's what we got right now. What am I supposed to do? It's open gym, but that's what we have right now, man. I'm playing. Like, don't say it's just open gym. So then practice came. Oh man, it's just practice. All right. You can't get back then you couldn't get my freshman year, you couldn't get a locker unless you scored. So I didn't have a locker the whole preseason because I didn't play the game yet.
Right.
The first game I check in, my first bucket from the volleyball line, I'll never forget. I hit the 3, crowd go crazy. I'm getting he's a freshman chant.
Yeah. Hey, you know something? I was there.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I was there. Then right after that, we played a 1-3-1. I'm in the back, and I'm on the. We call it the tail. I'm the bottom man 1-3-1. It was a loose ball. I dove on it, hit my head on the floor, and everything. And Tamaris, at the time, he the man of the team. Mm-hmm. He picked me up let's effing go. You just got your locker. Once he said that, I feel like I'm part of y'all. I'm cool. I'm one of the guys now.
Yeah.
So I was turned. So yeah, after
that, your locker.
I was turned. He picked me up off the floor. Yeah, it was a loose ball.
That's what's up.
It was a loose ball. That's all. Man. I want to be in the locker room so bad. Like I'm a 14. I'm a shorty. I keep hearing all the funny stuff going on in the locker room. I hear them screaming, all type of laugh. They won't even let me peek. They get out. Slam the door. Bro. That game came around, I got my bucket. He said, that's your locker.
Now you see all the stuff before then, how I had him. That's the reason why. So he can always be able to face that type of struggle. Because you got to go through to get to. I always said that he needed that, man. And to see him do what he did his freshman year, and then that's when all the other surrounding high schools was called and asked that we need to transfer. EJ not going to play college basketball if he stayed at St. Pat's. And I was like, nah, man. EJ, you want to transfer? He said, absolutely no. So I didn't ask him no more after that. And sophomore year came. He was there every time. He was starting all the games now. He was the captain of the team. They had a good season until he sprained his ankle.
Yep, I remember that.
The second round of the playoff, they lost to a team that only had 4 wins.
Going for a loose ball.
Nah.
Close out.
They pass faked me. So I was so thirsty. I had just hit 2 threes.
And you landed over. Yes.
And I was trying to get the ball, and he pass faked me, and I tried to anticipate the pass, rolled my ankle, and it was over with.
So we don't go there. Season over with.
Yeah.
A little bittersweet for me, right? And
y'all lost in the first round.
Yeah, well, we won the first game. Yeah, first round. It was It was regional final. So yeah, it's still the first round
at home.
Yep.
Junior year came. That's when it started opening up for him, and here we are today, man.
No, we got to go through the junior and
okay. Well,
senior
the junior
years.
year.
Because the junior
You
year,
want to pick it up? You want to go to
we was in
junior?
UIC.
Go ahead.
So we got to talk about some of those.
It's on you.
Oh, so yeah, junior.
So you said things got a little bit easier, but that's obviously a level up.
Mm-hmm.
So freshman year, the goal is to play varsity, ignore the 6-quarter rule, be a part of the rotation, get the locker, and show the veterans on the team or the seniors and everybody with seniority that, hey, I belong. We do that.
Mm-hmm.
Sophomore year, it's a higher expectation because of what you showed your freshman year. So now you're going to be the starting guard. Now a lot of those seniors left, so you have to be a little bit more of a leader. And the conference is a little bit more aware of who EJ Breeland is.
Yeah.
So now you're starting to see we come into those games, you getting your ass face guarded.
Right.
And it's setting new challenges.
So as the years went on, it did get easier, but it did get harder too. Since you brought that up, each year like the opponent team focus would be on me each year they'll get worse and worse. Freshman year, I'm new, they don't got no report. Freshman coming in, I'm getting open shots.
Yep.
Sophomore year, same thing, but I had other help. They were not really focused on me. He's sophomore, So, but each year it got worse. But since you saying go through the years, sophomore year, so freshman year, super sectional, I got a taste of all the winning, how close we were to downstate. So I'm like, all right, sophomore year, since I got that close, we gonna do it. I got hurt, so I'm like, that crushed me, and we lost to a team. We lost to a team of players that we beat
twice.
The hell
and
out
they
of.
celebrated on our floor.
Yeah.
Carmel Catholic, that's the team we lost to. Was not even a rival. It was never a rival. But after that, I remember I kind of turned that to right my junior year. First, I screenshotted it when we played them on the schedule, sent to the group chat. I'm like, if y'all not coming, how I'm coming, bro. Just don't play this game. This game personal. Like they celebrate on our court, bro, to a team that we beat. And they was dragging it. They brought their stud section. They was saucy.
Of course. Yeah.
That hurt.
I remember them having they was throwing a party.
Yeah, they threw a party on our court. And I was hurt. I had to watch that. Couldn't even help them. And so junior year, I came the last season was we underachieved hella. That was bad season. We lost to a team we should have beat easily. So junior year, I'm coming with that energy. Junior year, we was just talking about this in the car. Probably my best season. How I handled that. I came with a kill mentality. I felt like I was mentioned one of the top players, but not that part. I was all right, they still looking over me.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So I came in with that type of mentality. I'm doing what I'm doing. We lose to Mount Carmel in the super sectionals. Again, one game to go downstate. We lost in overtime. I had the ball. It was a tie game. I had the ball and the clock running down. We had the possession. The last, right before overtime, I gave it up. I was supposed to get it back, but never got back in my hands. After the game, once we lost, I don't like watching that game, seeing that clip when I had the ball. But me having the ball and I could have broke my defender down, had an open court. It's me and him. I could have just made a move. Boom, go down state, first time school history, my junior year, and I made the basket. I passed it. We didn't score. Go to overtime. We lose in overtime. That play haunted me. We could have been downstate. So my senior year, my last year is always senior year last.
I'm gonna cut you off. That part, that was some of the best basketball I've been around. Even as a player, I felt like I was a part of the team. When this leading up to that, you got to go to all of these different places.
Right.
So you got the first part of it. It might be at this one school. It was at y'all school. The first part of it, wasn't it? Didn't you play the first 2 games maybe at y'all school?
Yeah.
Yes, the Thanksgiving tournament.
No.
You talking about the playoffs.
Oh,
The
playoffs.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
it was at home.
And then you go to another school to play some other games, and then that was Fenwick.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to UIC, the Pavilion.
Yeah.
And that was electric.
Yeah.
And it was an incredible stage to watch y'all on. And I remember having so much fun being a part of that. The city was all out there. And it was, y'all gave us the game. That was like,
Yes.
man, it's like when the NFL playoffs is there and it's a 3 games lineup, but it's always that one game that's like, woo, come down to that field goal.
Yeah.
That was the one.
Yeah.
And it was extremely tough to see you and your teammates in on that note, especially because the emotions were so high because y'all was there coming off of the sophomore year. And then, we go through all of that. I'm just giving you my perspective. Going into your senior year, the team is going to be a lot younger.
Right.
So my expectation is for y'all to do whatever y'all can do. But I was still riding off that. Like, man, as long as they can get back to UIC, we'll have fun or whatever.
Right.
Now, go ahead for your senior year.
But tell him what you always told me. He told me, Dad, we going downstate.
If I didn't go downstate last year, it was we underachieved.
He said that his freshman year, I said, man, and I didn't think he had a chance after that because that freshman was a senior-led team.
Yeah, it was a good
They
team.
was tough, right?
Yeah.
Didn't go. So I saw that his sophomore year, Dad, we going downstate no matter what. We going. I said, I always told him, yeah, okay. Every year he said he was going downstate. After this junior, going into the summer, told me again. He said, Dad, we going downstate. I said, man. He told me, ain't no man. We're going downstate.
Yes.
And from that point, I saw in his eyes, his game changed a little bit for the betterment of the team. And also, he was, like we said, he was getting face guarded. What else? What is it called? Lock,
face guard, top lock,
all of that.
I seen it. I had it all.
So from there, man, I didn't know.
And the team was younger.
Yeah.
So
Varsity
wise.
wise. Yeah.
So because of the team is younger, for the people at home, coaches in the conference are going to be more willing to make these younger players show that they're trustworthy. It's almost like the NBA or any level of basketball.
Yes,
if there's a familiarity with a key player, we're going to say, okay, we haven't seen him play crucial minutes on this level.
Right.
So we're going to top lock, face guard, or boxing one you, and we're going to show this dude who we have no scouting report on yet because he played sophomore last year or didn't really play varsity minutes last year.
Right.
He's going to have to show us that he can make that corner 3-point shot consistently.
But by far, my senior team, like the team we just had, like looking at it, you'd be like, this is the least talented team we had, but we made the furthest. But like we didn't have, like, my freshman year, Tamaris Brown, one of the top players. Brandon, he was nice. Sophomore year, I got hurt. But junior year, I had, like, Harper. I had, like, some other pieces. Everybody else, my senior year, my backcourt, it was just, like, really his first year of varsity that year.
And he played an extremely different role that I had not seen him play in all those years.
Yeah, exactly. Neve, my guy, like, that's my man. That was really his first year of varsity. Well, 2, he played junior year. But senior year, he had, like, a different role, like you said.
Yep.
But my goal, like that, my new senior year, like, if I didn't, my last brag, make it downstate, I underachieved. I was not happy with just making it to UIC. And I figured out, like, with that mentality, I figured out that, of course, everybody loves scoring. But to make it downstate with teams, me being their main focus, I was like, all right, I got to, scoring is not going to be had, you know. If I want to make it downstate, I got to switch it up. I want to win. I wasn't even really worried about getting my 20 this game. And it was some games. I did what I had to do to win, but it didn't say at the end of the game when the tweets and the write-ups come out, EJ led them in scoring. Nah, I had to just play the role to win. I wanted to win. That was my senior year is when I got the winning mentality, like do whatever it takes to win.
What made you come to that realization that you was gonna have to switch it up? Just looking at the team standpoint, or was it a certain part of the season? Did you have a couple games that you tried to come out and get your 20 or 30? Did the first game you go crazy? It was one of them games in the Thanksgiving tournament,
yeah.
I think.
I mean, I went crazy.
I'm just trying to think. There was one of those games that was like crazy though. I know in a Jack Tosh, was it Jack Tosh you had 28 with all the threes? Or was that the junior year?
That was junior year.
Okay.
Yeah. But so what are you asking? When did you, because I can't remember if you, in that Thanksgiving tournament, you had an explosive game and probably was like, okay, that's what I'm finna be on. Right.
And then after the Thanksgiving tournament, it kind of uptick a little bit as far as who y'all play. And then you probably like, damn, that can't be the approach that I have.
Right.
Or did you already come into the season knowing you can't have that approach?
kind of how other opponents looked at us. Like I said, looking at our team, like, okay, he doesn't have this much varsity experience, so we just gonna teams are pretty much, we take him away, we gonna win. So I'm like, all right, since they think that's how it is, they just take me away. They're not gonna let me get the ball, but I'm gonna still be a threat without having the ball.
But what I'm saying is, did you realize this through playing, or was it already a preparation going into the season? Was this mid-season, early season, or preseason mentality?
It was playing.
Okay.
Because I went into the season like, oh, yeah, I'm going to do the same thing I've been doing the rest of it. I'm about to go crazy. I didn't come in like, all right, I'm going to be passive this year.
Right.
No, not at all. I had the same approach as I'm playing. I'm like, all right, I got to, they doing this, so I got to, it's like chess. You know what I'm saying? I'm making moves as they're making moves. I'm reading it. So, and it also came with a trust in my teammates. Like, I had to trust them. Like, I'm getting face guarded. I didn't have to go run to the ball. Give me the ball. I trusted my teammates. I'm in the gym with them. I'm practicing with them. And it just relationship. I made, like, my senior year, I took it so serious. I'm talking to them all the time during class. It was a couple times. I'm leaving class, go to their class, telling them, if we got a game, we doing this how we're going to do it. And just the trust I got with coaches, I got, building up just from playing with them for 4 years. Teammates, they trusted me, which helped me trust them. Knowing they got my back, all right, I got y'all too. Like, y'all got all this trust in me. I got no choice but to trust y'all.
It was a learning moment for me as well, because I love to score.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him. I said, not even asked. I told him, hey, come on, man. You gotta give me more. You're allowing them to take you out the game. That ain't how we move. That ain't what we work for. He looked me dead in my eyes. And he said, Dad, I can get my 20 easily. But do you rather me go for 20 and we lose and not go downstate, or do what I need to do for us to go downstate? And when he said that, I learned a lot from that conversation, that little talk. And he did that the next day. That game was against Mark Carmel. And he did what he had to do as a team and as an individual. And they went downstate for the first time. So that was a learning moment for me, because I'm always, you know me, baby. I'm go. This is the biggest stage now.
You know how I do pauses on that type of time? We was on the phone one time. He like, man, if EJ get 2 layups, get a couple free throws, he doing his math. He like, man, that's 20 points right there.
Yeah.
And then if you're on a heater, you make a couple threes. Now we talking about 26 points. I was like, I was breaking it down to a science.
And I never was like that. Going into a senior year, I felt like EJ was unappreciated from the basketball community. As a whole, they was always, this kid is better, this kid is better. He didn't do this, or he didn't do that. So now we on the biggest stage, UIC.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, give them 30. Not thinking about winning until he told me, Dad, what do you rather me to do? You rather for me to go 20 and we lose, or we do something that we never did before? And I said, man, thank you, son. I love you. Went out there and helped them win.
How was that? Because y'all beat the team that had beat y'all the previous year on some storybook.
I felt like that's the best way to go out. My senior year, I just lost y'all junior year. I'm crying. I think it's a picture of me crying on the court, like right when the buzzer, I'm crying. And they was going around, like, student section, they like to troll on the internet. So I was getting trolled, crying on the court. They using that picture. I'm like, once we had Mount Carmel, the whole team, we wanted Mount Carmel. It was between Mount Carmel and St. Lawrence. St. Pat's have a lot of we know a lot of people on St. Lawrence basketball team, so it would have been fun, a nice matchup to play against St. Lawrence. But we didn't want to play We wanted to play the team that just beat us last year. We wanted to get back. So it felt that's still one of the best feelings. Beating them to go downstate, that was a great feeling.
Now where I started is how I'm going in, and I'm gonna let you and Pops end it. So y'all win that, y'all go downstate. Yo, when y'all went downstate, and we drove all the way to Champaign. Mm-hmm. That was one of my favorite basketball experiences ever. I don't know what was it about, but it was just we got to watch you on the stage, work hard. That was your first time in school history, correct?
Yeah, yep.
Me, your mom, Pops, We had a 5-hour drive. We talking. We at the hotel after the first game. Me and Pops just on the college campus. We on just the college campus all wee hours of the morning talking about everything, and then to see y'all do what y'all did the following day. I know it wasn't what y'all went down there for, but it still was rewarding and made me feel good to see. It was bittersweet too, though, because I knew it was the last. That was the last one.
Right.
And I remember driving back. We all drove back, and I remember being like, "Damn, I wish it was like." I went back home like, "Man, I wish it was another." One more. You know,
one more.
But from your perspective, how did that weekend? Was that the weekend?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. I think it was it was more than the weekend. I think
for you
probably
guys,
for y'all,
it was weekend,
but
us,
we was gone.
But we was gone for about 5 days. The whole.
We saw Pop's homie. He pulled up on us.
Yeah, Jeff.
You remember?
Oh
Jeff
yep.
Shout out Jeff Bowling.
But now the feeling though, especially it being of teams that the school's first time in school history, that added some extra to it. Like it added some extra sauce to the feeling. Like no basketball team out of all those years made it downstate, and out of my 4 years, I've been one game away every time I put my jersey. The one time I put my jersey on, the one time we lost in the regional finals. So for me coming that close every time. In my last year, I got to it. Man, it was that was definitely one of the top feelings.
How was it for you, Pops, watching it come to a close?
Man, it was like you said, one of the biggest moments that I'll never forget. You know, I played in the CPS, played in Chicagoland, never got close to where I listened to all of my homies growing up. How much of a goal it was for them and for me as well to go downstate. And like I told them, I think maybe a week ago, your high school career is better than over 80% of people that ever played in the Chicagoland. You one of 8 teams that won their last game in your high school career. 4 teams in the state of, no, 8.
8 teams made it. They didn't knock out 8-1.
4 teams that won first place. Mm-hmm. And the 4 teams that won third place. You're right. Thank you. That was only 8 schools that won their last game, and he was one of the schools, part of one of the schools that won their last 8 games. So I think his high school career goes up with the best. I know for me, I think his number should be retired there for the things that he had to go through.
1,000-point score.
1,000-point score, 3-point record, got the winning percentage at the school history. And again, Coach Mike Bailey, Coach Cannon, Coach Bianca, Coach Serge, all those guys, man, had helped EJ become not just a basketball player, the man he's becoming, the man he is today. It's a lot of times that I didn't agree with Coach Bailey, a lot of moves that he made, but looking at it full circle now, man, I'm glad EJ went to St. Pat's. I'm glad he was coached by Coach Bailey and all the other coaching staff. But Ron Thomas and Marlon London and you guys, KB didn't miss a game, hardly. The only time he missed games, he had to do family business. Pierre didn't miss games. So we the circle that you had, and we're going to push you from this point going forward. Starts over now.
That's the best part, yeah.
How you enter St. Pat's with the go mentality, you got to enter Pitt State the same way, and you still got the same circle.
Right.
Same circle.
What's on your agenda for what you want to do for the next 4 years? What are the things that when you self-reflect about, and we just talking about it as a basketball player, what are the things that you look at and you say, okay, I maybe wasn't doing this as much in high school or that is in high school, but what are you looking at to
make a immediate...
He asking you what you're going to do. Tell him what you do every year before the season, so he wants you to tell.
I write my goals down on a piece of paper, and I put them in the refrigerator. And as the season go through, everything one of my goals I check off, I check it out every time. So before the season, I write down goals, put them on the refrigerator. Me and my dad talk about them. Challenging goals, not like score 5 points in the game, or do challenging goals, but reachable, but still challenging.
Yeah,
I'm not writing 100 points in the game,
right?
But yeah, I write my goals on a piece of paper and I put them in the refrigerator. My dad told me it's not a goal until you write it down. Now it's something like you write it down, it does something different. It puts something in your mental, like you got to go get it now. So yeah, I write it down before the season. But to answer your question, what is my what was your question again?
So like when you
said something else.
No, when you, I mean, that's a part of it. But yeah, when you self-reflect, you think about yourself and your career, and then like Pop said, you about to start a all-star. Right. I was just telling somebody literally yesterday, the thing about, because it applies to life. Basketball is just basically life. Right. But every time you get somewhere or you do something and it look like a success, so it's like, man, I did it. All you do is just go to level 1. Right. It's like you work so hard to get to level 100, and then you just restart. Yep. And so now that you're kind of restarting, what are the things that you're looking at when you self-reflect? Because you can't do nothing without self-reflecting. Right. Self-reflecting is the difference, one of the difference makers, I think, between bad, good, great people and players. Because self-reflecting is when you have to, a LeBron or a D Rose or certain players have to look back and say, okay, damn, my jump shot, it do got to get better. And I know a lot of players don't want to have that type of conversation or mentality because, when you're a great player, you want to believe that everything you're doing is the A1. Yeah. But what are the things? And it don't have to be your game. It could be mentally, physically, preparation. Maybe you feel like in high school you was able to go to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning and still operate the way that you want to. Maybe you ate fucking McDonald's before a game and you like, shit, I'm in the big leagues now. I gotta eat a salad. I don't know, but I'm trying to just get a little bit into your mentality heading into Pitt.
Really, I just want to make an immediate impact to win it. Like whatever it is. Like I didn't necessarily have that before. Like of course I wanted to win, but I was more so like individual, like scoring, stuff that looked good, like performance wise. But going into Pitt State, I want to make an immediate impact to win it. Rather that's cheering my teammates on, making sure they feel comfortable on the court. They miss 2 shots, I'm telling them, bro, keep shooting it. Now that 3rd shot, since I'm telling him keep going, he making that shot, making the right pass, talking on defense, just make whatever I got to do to make an impact to win it. So doing what the coach say, doing more, preparing my preparation, eating better, getting more sleep. Because I know this is like it's basketball, but it's a different ball game now. It's not high school. Like people at this level, they this is what they want to do. High school people can play all type of different sports.
It's really different because it's that post-COVID NIL transfer. So now you thought it was something crazy when you was 14 playing against an 18-year-old. You're going to be 18 against 26
but
with 2 kids.
I'm ready for it, though.
I'm ready?
I'm ready for it. It's still the game is the same. You know what I'm saying? It's just players get stronger. I'm getting stronger,
Same
too.
game, different players.
Players getting faster. I'm getting faster, too. Right now, this is the highest, like, my best athleticism I ever had. So, yeah, I'm going to taller players, stronger, older. They can jump. I can, too. Now, every new level, I prepare for it. So, it's not going to feel like no crazy jump. Every time I go up the level, I make sure I'm prepared for that.
What was the things that Pitt State said or did for y'all that made it home?
If it
Shout
was
out to Coach, who you let the people
head
know
coach Jeff Boshi, but it was the difference like between the other schools that's interested in offer in Pitt State. It was the love I got from on my visit. When I left the visit, they tapping in. I felt like they wanted me. I felt wanted. Dad always told me when in that the recruiting process, when it's time to pick a school, go where you want it. A lot of people mess up and let their ego pick the school, and now they moving backwards. They go to their biggest school they got offered from. Now they don't play. Now they going backwards. They were just at this school. Now you got to go back. So the love from the school, how much the energy when I was out there on my visit, the love, like I said, from the coaches and teammates, the leadership role. Like I felt like I can make an impact and win in there right away. So that it felt like it was a good spot for me.
What's the things that stood up for you? I know that one visit was nice.
Playing for Coach Boshi was he's a head coach. He was a point guard, played at Kansas, a McDonald American. So me as a point guard, it's good playing for a good coach, but my coach was a player as well. So it's certain things that he can tell me that my previous coaches can't tell me because you have to experience certain things.
Yeah,
so you can read about it all that you want to, but it's certain reads that Coach Bailey won't know about that Coach Boshi will because he played it, and he played at the level that every kid would love to play at.
Name 2 teammates he played with at Kansas.
Marlon London. That's my trainer. That's my trainer. So he came. He trying to throw curveballs. Look at him, knucklehead.
Yeah,
You can't name one other
Oh,
person?
come on, last question goes on. You know how long ago that was?
That was you.
The
Right.
screen,
You right.
we was
You
actually
right.
just watching his. We was actually just watching his game, and the screen fuzzy, like it looked like he was playing on a PlayStation 2. So
yeah, it
Yeah.
was
nah, I
fuzzy.
wouldn't know.
Same thing what he said for
Captain
me.
Kirk.
We've been to many
Kirk Heinrich,
visits.
oh bro,
Yeah,
yeah. Kirk Heinrich, Marlon
Yeah.
London, 2 players right there.
For me, from the beginning, it wasn't Division I or bust. And I always told him, man, you're not a Division I prospect or a Division I player until you get offered. Well, he was offered a Division I as a freshman,
Right.
so I couldn't use that no more.
Yeah.
Now is what's the best fit for you, academically, athletically, and socially. So I was ready for him to sign right after we was there at the visit. But he said he wanted to take some time to go home, talk to his head coach, Coach Bailey, and also to Ron Thomas. And I remember like yesterday, man. I said, "You ready to make the commitment?" He said, "I'm gonna wait a little bit longer." So the next day, he walked past the living room, and I called him in. I said, "Babe, come here, man." He said, "What up, Pops?" I said, "I got one question." He said, "Sure, go ahead." I said, "Would you go to Pitt State if you didn't play basketball?" And he said, "Absolutely." I said, "All right, that's it." 20 minutes later, he came back and said he was ready to commit. And that was one of the happiest moments, one of the happiest moments throughout his basketball career, because the work we put in, him staying locked in, him believing and trusting the process, believing what I was telling him. You know, everybody wanted to go to this division. And again, he could have went to 6 Division I schools, full ride and everything. But what he talked to Coach Jeff Boschee, and the things that we talked about and what we saw, I just thought and still do to think, and I'm happy that he'll be attending Pitt State under Coach Jeff Boshee's leadership. I'm very proud and excited. And before we leave this platform, I want to shout out to you, son, for being there every step from freshman year, man. I love you for that. I appreciate
that
it.
was a nice
Shout out to my nephew, Kentrell KB Beecham. He was there.
We ain't ended yet though.
I know. I'm just
Okay,
saying. I just
okay.
want my shout out because I'm no more shout out for me. I want to thank my nephew for being there as much as he could, tapping in games that he wasn't there. He was watching it on YouTube,
Yeah.
man. So shout out to the family, baby.
Now that we got your story out the way, the big bulk, gave out synopsis of your career and everything like that. We got to talk about a little bit just of who you are on a personality level. What you be listening to for your games and stuff like that? What's your? Because you know we got 3 generations.
Man.
It's crazy because you be texting me or saying, "Man, you listen to that," or "You listen to that old people music and all of that." So
MC Liquor Store.
No, but I got I kind of like got like a ritual almost. Like in high school, JV would play before us, so like I'm not listening to turn up music right away the whole time. Sometimes like a little bit before we go in the locker room, it's like calm. Sometimes I don't even listen to music. Sometimes I'm just talking to my teammates. But I got 2 different playlists. I got calm stuff, Janae Aiko,
okay.
Drake. I got some Daniel Caesar in here, Frank Ocean.
Never heard none of those guys.
These
heard
they
Drake.
all
but
chill. Like then no like bump ready to go music. Then when it's time to go, I'm connecting. Is it me or Neve connected to the speaker in the locker room, and we playing Chief Keef, Scrooly G,
Scrooly G,
Dirk, Faso. We playing all drill. Like it's time to go. Like there's no more calm music. Like we all turned now. So now we running out. We juiced. We turned. Adrenaline running, pumping. We ready to go off the music. But yeah.
And then St. Pat's played Billy Ocean.
Yeah, they do.
That used to kind of mess it up a little. Now me and mostly Neve. You know, Neve, he'll tell you, like he went up to the person running the music, like he was like, "Hey man, don't play that no more. Like we playing in this locker, we're not coming out to no sad music. We can't warm up to country music, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
no.
that's definitely what they had.
So
shout out to Neve Hawkins.
Senior year, we had Lil Durk, Chief Keef, we had it was bad. We had Finito, but it was clean. We could play whatever we want, but long as it was clean.
That's the same thing we had.
Man, it was at one song it just went mute. You thought the speaker
they
turned off.
so much.
But
Who's some players in the league you like to watch?
I like to watch Shea, Jalen Brunson, CJ McCollum. Those like guards that like that's real skill.
Not relying on athleticism.
Shea not as much as like CJ McCollum because Shea is 6'6". You know, I can relate more to CJ McCollum than I can to Shea. So I like CJ McCollum because he get to his spots. He's a skill guard, elbows and box type of guy. So get to the elbows, pull up. He don't get all the way to the rim all the time. So he might stop a little bit before the block, a little touch, floater, stuff like that. So I like watching players. Jalen Brunson, his skill set, how he uses. He not super fast. You know, he's not super athletic, but he still do what he want to do in the best league in the world. So I watch stuff like that. He helped me break it down how to watch it. So it's a difference watching it as a fan and as a student.
Yeah, because I know for a long time you were just putting on the highlights.
Yeah, that's all I do.
Film.
I'm watching Zach LaVine, knowing I can't do nothing Zach LaVine could do.
Do you remember when you was a kid?
Do I remember when I was a kid?
And I put you ain't let me finish. And I was trying to put you on to Zach LaVine, and you was like, man, he just a dunker, P. And you would call me all the time like, Zach LaVine still your favorite player?
Yeah.
And then Zach LaVine,
Yeah.
he stopped dunking.
Yeah, he started.
Well, I mean, he still dunked, but you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, you didn't
Zach
name
LaVine.
the two players that I had you watch from a very, 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 very young age. Steph Curry and Dame Lillard. You said.
Yeah, but as I watch them more as a like. When I watch them, it's kind of hard to watch them as a student because I be like they turn me to a fan so quick. They do a lot of like wild plays. CJ McCollum don't do too many wild stuff.
That's the number one question I get is like, who would you compare your brother's game to? And I'd be like, I wonder what he would say.
Trae Young, Stephen Curry, CJ McCollum. No, now so I got some athleticism. I'm dunking. I'm really punting on. Yeah.
Yep, those are the guys. Steph Curry.
Trae Young can really pass that thing.
Yeah, he can.
You can pass that thing?
Yeah, I could pass.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Yeah, you been in the game.
I know. I want to hear what you say.
Yeah, I could pass.
I know you shooting from the volleyball. Like, I remember the freshman year, Pops is like, he look back like, do he know he can shoot somewhere else besides the volleyball line?
I was just shooting where the defense was not at. They not guarding me out here, so I'm gonna shoot it right here. I'm not gonna creep up. No, I'm shooting right here. Y'all not guarding from. They wasn't expecting me to pull it from there.
What you like to do in your free time as a teenager in 2025, which is a completely different world than I grew up? This is crazy. Gallery department, I would not have been wearing something like that. Supreme
and
socks.
Upside down. I would never wear none of this.
The chain on.
Yeah, man, I'm coming on the podcast. I'm showing it, you know.
Calling me, talking about some Balenciaga
you
shoes.
See that, man?
But nah, free time, really play the game. I play Warzone, 2K. I don't know if y'all heard, but apparently 2K coming up, this is gonna be a real nice 2K. Even though we hear that every year, but I like to play the game, hang out with my friends, go to play open runs with them, listen to music. I like to rage bait Pops. He get mad easy, so I just be in the kitchen bugging him. I get a laugh.
What's the wild thing he just said the other day? You called me.
Don't bring that up on the podcast, bro. Don't bring that up.
Oh yes.
They lying, bro. I did not say that,
Did we tell you?
Yeah, he done had an hour plus of positivity, great kid, and incredible career. We could get one thing.
Okay.
Because you was an honor roll student, so we can't say you was bad in school.
He said, Pops, they don't know what they talking about. I said, what? They told me, I don't know exact words, but I'm going to put my little stuff in it. He said, the Dallas Mavericks said Cooper Flag is the best white guy that played for the Dallas Mavericks. And he said that ain't true. He said, didn't Jason Kidd play?
It wasn't
for the Dallas Mavericks?
No, it was an Instagram post. It was like Cooper Flag is the only white player in Mavericks history, and I was like, that's not true. Jason Kidd.
No, he did not. He said that's not true. I mean, he said.
Right, I said that's not true.
He said not true. Didn't Jason Kidd play for him? I said, yeah, but Jason Kidd's not white. He said, yes, he is. No, he's not. And I had to call you, Pierre, to just. So yes, he thought Jason Kidd was.
Look
white.
though, Jason Kidd no hair, so you can like say, oh, he's white off hair, like how the hair look bald. He light, like super light. So I'm thinking like, I thought he was white
You
guy.
see that, man?
Like
All
a
right.
spicy white though. Like I don't
It's,
know, bro.
you ain't worse than JJ Redick.
That's crazy,
Right,
man.
I know. Nah,
And-
that was a bad one, bro. That was terrible.
Sorry,
You can
enjoy
tell.
basketball, but yes, he thought Jason Kidd. So man,
Do you watch anything from back in the day? Like, what's your generation think of back in the day? Y'all just disregard it. It's only to daytime.
Don't disregard it because it still come up a lot. But I don't just go back and just watch like old games. It might be on when he watching. I just sit in the living room and watch it. But as far as like old back in the day, I think like Allen Iverson because that's his. He loved AI, so that's watch
well, he
him.
grew up under me. You know what I mean? So he can't disrespect because all
No, I
we did
ain't say
was watch
disrespect.
or talk bad about like.
When I said disregard, it's kind of like just like when you watching your highlights or you just want to throw basketball on. Do he ever have moments where he like, let me see what Gary Payton on? Because a lot of the young kids are just like,
because he know that Gary
Well, I've
Payton
never
was
done
good
that.
because he watched like he's different from the rest of them because all he did was watch games with me when he was a kid. So he wouldn't say John Stockton was trash.
Yeah,
no, he wouldn't say.
Yeah, I won't say they. I
but
don't. The
you
legend
can't
not
tell
trash,
what number he wore.
bro. You gonna? Yes, I do, bro.
That's why I said that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know for his point
But
guard.
that's what a lot of kids his age do. They just
Yeah,
they watch the highlights of.
they not a student.
He probably watched more Cooper Flag highlights.
Yes, definitely.
That's your boy. Who the young players that you like? Or put me on to the high school guys right now.
You said high school or the people that just got drafted?
No, the people that's going to go to college next year.
Michael Brown. That's like I once I played against him in 3SSB, and after that I've been like I watch him as a student. Like he got a nice game.
Yeah.
My dad was just
Going to
watching today,
Louisville.
but
Yeah, I like him.
Really just him. I don't really watch too many people.
Okay, that's
new.
new.
That's in my.
Oh, right, because they're younger than you now, or
Or not
age.
even they part of my class, so I'm not really looking at them.
Exactly.
That's them targets I'm trying to get at. I'm not
Absolutely.
really looking at them like.
I asked that because I remember when you first got to high school, you'd be like, man, who did he like? J.D. Davidson.
Oh,
That was your guy.
And,
And we don't talk down on nobody, but me and Pops is like letting you know like he doing his thing. That was a nice high school mixtape, but like you was like he gonna go to the league and take over, and we was like, oh, like remember Steph Curry and them boys playing like Luka Doncic in that league. Now relax.
Yeah.
So I was trying to see if you still caught up in that whole.
Not as much because right now those are like players that's in my class. I'm not really looking at
Absolutely.
them. Like, when I was younger, they way older than me, so I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at them like that. But players right now, I'm not looking at them like superstars.
What's aura farming?
Or farming.
What is aura?
It's like so you
He's
saying
smiling.
that you must don't got. And you just low key just threw me a lob. I could or farm right now, but I'm not even going. But or farm is like they like. I'm trying to think of a situation like you doing stuff like is it or farming like you doing stuff to you trying to be cool like you trying to gather cool points so like
wearing that chain.
no that's just me wearing so if you saying I got or then I appreciate
I'm asking you. I'm trying to stay hip.
It's not or farmer it's
I'm
just
trying to
I'm
stay
wearing my chain I'm wearing it like this not even I could have worn the other one but I ain't gonna
The Rambo one?
yeah my Rambo chain but
Where you get Rambo from?
I was actually at an open run with his people, the old heads. His name is Homer. I was on the heater, and he was like, "Shoot that like Rambo." I was in the corner right before I shot it. He's like Rambo, and I hit it halftime. We played 150, so it was halftime. He was doing like the, Rambo.
You didn't know what he was doing.
No, I do know.
Oh, you knew
I
who
watched
Rambo
him.
was?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. He was So after that, like man, that's nice. Like machine gun, it correlates to basketball. I'm killing. I'm shooting. Like. Rambo is a 1-on-1. He's a one-man army. He doing all that. Like I actually just watched Rambo like not too long ago with him, just to, because that's my name. So yeah, he tough man. He a real hitter. So that's perfect for me.
I got a lot of young viewers in the community at Teed Up, and we have a lot of young viewers at Numbers on the Board who may click because they have heard your name numerous times. They on their own basketball journeys and got dreams and aspirations of playing as players. What would be some of the biggest things that you think somebody that is in 7th grade, so they're about a year or so away from high school. They still got a decent amount of time to get themselves together. What's some of those things or tips that you would give a young fella if you went, well, this happens to you because you go to St. Pat's, do little events and things for the community. What are some of those things you tell somebody that is seriously approach you like, man, EJ, I'm trying to.
Right, don't get too don't chase the exposure. Like the younger ages, like just work. Like it's all development. Cause at that young age, it don't matter. It's players that in my class that was that back then, and I don't know what. Like I don't think they playing basketball. So I'll say don't pay attention to all the politics, the rankings, the media. Just work, and then when you working all this time, while those top players getting juiced up, when it's time to really show, while you've been working, that's when the work gonna show. So don't get too caught up in all that. Just stay on your grind. Keep working. Try not to even indulge in those type of things. So that's what I would say. I feel like that helped me. That helped me a lot.
What's the toughest part about sacrifice?
Missing out, like what you think is missing out. So like what he said with Braden, missing out parties.
You still talk to Braden?
Yeah, I do. I actually it's grad party season, so I've been seeing them a lot of those people I used to go to school with often this past summer. But I'll say thinking you missing out, but you're not really missing out.
What's your biggest fear?
I ain't scared of nothing, bro. I fear nobody. Fear none.
What's
That's like right there. That's horrifying right there.
I'm gonna let you have your moment. What's your greatest possession?
Basketball.
When's your birthday?
December 11th.
How good of a driver are you?
I'm real. I got wheel, bro. I can drive.
Where's your dream state to live in? These are supposed to be like quick hitters
LA.
at the end.
Cali.
Favorite shooter hoop in?
Kobe's.
Which ones?
Sixes.
Favorite accessory?
Ooh, compression pants.
So your shorts
All
can
the
be
way
little.
down.
Oh,
Yeah,
you want to cover your
yeah,
knee?
Yeah.
Favorite basketball player currently that's in the league right now?
Kevin Durant.
Favorite basketball player of all time?
I'm since he Michael Jordan, he right. I'm just
No, this is for you.
No,
I ain't
not
say
for
who
though.
the
Michael
greatest.
Jordan, no.
Who your favorite?
Allen Iverson.
The difference. Okay. Favorite number?
12, 13.
No, that's why I asked. Which one?
It's 12, but now I got my own identity. 13. It was 12 because of him. I couldn't have 12 in high school. They didn't have it. I had 13, and it just matched perfectly. 1-3 for 1-3 Breland. It looked like a B.
And then that's you saying you one step above Pops.
Yep. I don't want to say one. If we doing it that way,
Oh,
then my
damn.
number would be 100.
Damn.
Nah, it's fine. But yeah, 13 though.
Favorite artist?
Chief Keef.
For real?
Yeah.
Favorite brand?
We talking sports or we
No, I'm talking like what you wearing. That's why I pointed to your shirt.
uh
I be using EJ sometimes, y'all, to keep me hip. Cause I was not wearing that Spider stuff, and then one time we went shopping. And he was like, "Man, this
Oh,
where it's
yeah.
at," and I was like, "You know what?
Yeah.
Say less. Let me buy stuff."
Well, yeah, Spider. I don't really got no favorite. I like it all. I like fashion. So, Gallery Department, Balenciaga, Nike. Keep not always the big brands, but
What's your favorite day of the week?
game day.
Go to move. He really or
Yeah.
Go to move.
Has he?
Yep.
Has
So
Hezzy.
how annoying is it when you do a hezzy in like an open run or something? They be like travel or
carry. But they only call it when I mess them up with it real bad. When I get them jump, they'll carry mid-air. Carry. You only saying that because I got you. That was not carry.
He said, "Man."
Mid-air, they call it carry because you all off your feet. That's the only time. I don't like that, but I'm still going to use it, though. But
favorite Adidas hoop shoes since y'all Adidas at Pitt State?
Hardens. There's newer ones.
Hard nines.
I'm not sure what is that the number.
Hard
I'm not sure. But the SRT ones, he got an all silver pair, and it's a black pair, but it's like red secondary color. That was nice.
What's the first build you're gonna make on 2K26?
Since they saying
Because
gonna be like,
you move now. You know he used to tell me I gotta make a sender because the Wi-Fi be
yeah,
tripping.
nah, for real. I used to I used to make my build on 2K because I used to lag a lot. So I'm not making a guard.
Because you don't want to rely on the shooting.
Yeah, so I made a big man just so I could rebound. But I escaped that. I got my own little Wi-Fi box in the room. Yep. So I'm making a guard. I make a guard first every year.
Celebrity crush.
You
rubbed your face?
I only got a celebrity crush.
Everybody got a celebrity. You're 18 years old. You can't convince me you have a celebrity
Madison
crush.
Beer.
Who?
Madison Beer.
Okay. Favorite TikTok dance? Because I be seeing talking about EJ be there to.
Yeah, no.
Just bopping. Yeah.
Favorite food?
Steak tacos.
From where? Like your mom making them or from a restaurant?
He don't even. He'll bring them home and I ask where it's from. He like to play. He'll say something. I found them. Yeah.
Snap that.
Oh man. All right, I'm gonna leave you alone, man. I appreciate you pulling up, baby bro. I love you. I'm gonna miss you so much, man. Pops.
Always.
You don't get the same type because you what do you call it? You a regular now.
Regular.
You've been here before, so now it's your second time. It's your first time, so we got to get you seasoned a little bit. Yeah, man, I'm proud of you, little bro. I'm gonna miss you so much, man. I know you probably don't. It ain't at the front of your mind because we ain't live together, so you probably like, I'm distant, but boy, that season, man, when that come around, I might have to start going to some Hinsdale South games, and that was tough when I watched them at Jack Tosh.
Hey, call me. I'm coming too.
We got synergy.
Yeah.
We got synergy, so I'm gonna be able to keep up with every single. I'm gonna obviously watch the games, but I'm gonna be able to text you like, man, your left hand one dribble pull up. What the hell is you doing, man? Lock in.
Synergy, you can get the exact percentage going this way at this speed. Yeah.
Turnovers in a pick and roll. That's gonna be
when you start doing it too. That's why I'm a mutual. I'm do not disturb.
I ain't gonna do it. What I'm gonna do is me and Pops be on the phone. Every time we talk, it'll be an hour conversation. So you gonna get on the phone and be like, I'll look it up real quick, and I'm gonna tell him. And then
don't let him get it. Don't let him see it. Don't let him get it.
I call you after I call KB. He don't answer, so I had to call you. I was just cheesing. I was just cheesing. But no, we gonna make some games, man. We're gonna get a truck, rent me, you, KB,
get a
LaShawn,
truck. What you get a truck for? I'm flying.
Well, I want
45.
The road,
oh yeah, the road trip do hit
trip,
different,
man. We can have a camera with us, man, to have a whole little you dig. So yeah, I'm excited too, man. But again, appreciate it for the opportunity.
How you? Last thing, you ready for him to leave? I know you be trying to dumb it down, but he leave tomorrow, man. It's gonna be quiet. It ain't gonna be no more these dishes. It's gonna be your dishes.
That means I won't eat it out there. Nah, but yeah, I'm ready. I feel good because we first prayed for this situation. We worked for this situation. We manifest for this situation. So I knew this day was coming. So I always preparing myself for this situation. When this day to come, would I be a little sad? A little bit, because every day of his life, 18 years, he been with me. You know what I'm saying? I walked with him every walk. When you get to Pitt State, he'll have the solo walk, but he'll remember me, all the talks and walks that we had. So he'll be walking along.
You gotta send us their schedule. I'm gonna pull up for real. I'll pull up by myself.
With Penny.
I wish. I wish she ain't got to see Unc play in person. That would have been raw.
Yeah.
Penny would have been out there acting a fool.
Yeah.
We gotta
take on a road game. She'll shit on the court.
Oh yeah, shit on. Yeah.
Nah, that's not gonna happen. Gus the Gorilla gonna crush Penny, bro.
She'll bite his face off.
Man,
Gus the Gorilla. Hey, as always, I appreciate y'all. This is another special edition of Teed Up. We got Baby Bro. We got Pops. Next week, we'll have yours truly, King of the Fourth Quarter. A lot of y'all been asking and anticipating that. And then we'll wrap up this crazy month of guests. And, probably take a small break. Let me and Christian kind of rework what our goals are for next season and how we want to lay that out. And, get locked in, because before we know it, we'll be in the next season, and this dude will be hooping. So appreciate y'all. Love y'all. We'll see y'all next week. We out.
Peace. Rambo Drench from Drench the City.